Hello and welcome. It's Bayo here, creator of the Quiet Experts Method and founder of quietexperts.com. Now, in this presentation, it's a 5-part series. I'm going to reveal to you how to turn prospects and your leads into paying clients, and how to do it in a way that doesn't make you feel anxious, fearful, or feel dirty, or feel you're being sleazy in any way. Having been there myself, I understand what it's like when you're a highly introverted expert, a quiet expert, as I say. You're an introverted coach, introverted consultant, you're an introverted solo entrepreneur, or an introverted small business owner, in particular, a service business owner. I know what it's like when you have to go through the motions of turning a prospect into a paying client. Now, that can be challenging and it can leave you feeling anxious. Well, this is what you need to do. So if you're ready, let's get into the first part of the 5-part series. A major challenge that all introvert entrepreneurs and quiet experts, such as coaches, consultants, small businesses, and solo experts face is how to turn prospects and high-quality leads into paying clients. Many introvert entrepreneurs online aren't adept or just don't feel comfortable selling, so this presents a major hurdle. If you are a quiet expert and you struggle with turning prospects and leads into paying clients, this is something you'll certainly be able to relate to. It was one of my big challenges, certainly, to business success for a very, very long time. What was happening was I knew I could change lives, but I couldn't turn prospects or leads into paying clients if my life depended on it. Now, it's particularly true of introvert entrepreneurs who operate service-based businesses because the product that you're selling is often yourself. However, you can turn this challenge around. From my work with thousands of quiet experts, both online and offline, that I've been blessed to serve, introvert entrepreneurs who offer a wide range of services, products, and solutions that solve a major business or life problem, I can confidently tell you that if you're struggling to turn your prospects and your qualified leads into profits, what's standing between you and success is a matter of mastering the 5 insider keys to success that you're about to discover in this 5-part series taken from the Quiet Experts Method. So let's look at insider tip number 1. Insider tip number 1 is that you've got to overcome the mindset issues and difficulties about selling your expert solution. And notice that I didn't say selling your expert services or your expert products, because your services and your products are all part of the solution that you should be offering. And this really helps when you understand the difference between a service that you offer, which is basically a number of process steps, or a product, which could be something you've packaged, and a solution, which is an answer to a major business or life problem that a motivated prospect or lead is looking to solve and they can't find a solution to. So that's what I mean by expert solution. I'm not talking about just widgets and common everyday things. So if you don't see what you're doing as an expert solution right now, that's something else you need to think of, and it's also something else that we cover in the Quiet Experts Method. But let's stay on focus, on track, as I'd like to say. And tip number 1 of 5 in this particular part of the program is that you've got to overcome the mindset issues and difficulties about selling your expert solution. For many of us who are not expert salespeople, because I don't consider myself to be an expert salesperson, even though I've been in business for quite a while, and you may also not consider yourself to be an expert salesperson either, there are mental hurdles that stand in the way of moving prospects to paying clients. And these mental blocks include things like selling is sleazy, or I don't want to be in sales. Maybe you tell yourself I'm not good at selling. Or you say, what if they say no? I've heard all of these before, and I've told myself all of these before. Overcoming these mental blocks is essential. It's a real challenge for some people as the mindset gremlins are well established. But if you confront them, you can come up with strategies for combating them. For example, if you're stuck in the idea that selling is sleazy, think about the last product that you bought that you loved to death or that really suits your needs. Was the person who sold it to you sleazy? Did they take advantage of you and rip you off? Chances are they were a conscientious salesperson who helped you match a product to your needs. You can be this person as well. You need to be able to match your products and solutions to the needs of your prospects and your leads. Now, what about the fear of rejection? For many inexperienced salespeople, the dreaded word no haunts their nightmares. When a prospect says no, it feels personal. I know that, and it stings. However, you can combat this negative thinking by realizing that the prospect is rejecting not you, but the offer. Okay, so it's not you. And this is simply because the offer, well, it isn't the right match for them either at that point in time or just in general. Now, here's what you can do, and you need to pay attention to this very, very carefully and listen very clearly. You can also turn this no around and make it a learning experience. The prospect has given you something valuable by refusing your offer. Okay, we know that. They've shown you that there's a flaw maybe in your targeting. And if you analyze the reasons why, you can learn something and perform better next time. And this is the lesson behind the lesson that I continue to teach, and is something that I preach to all of the quiet experts who have entrusted me over the years with their personal growth and their business growth and their success. Okay, so you can turn this no around and make it a learning experience. So the action step for insider tip number 1. When you think about selling, do you get a bad feeling in the pit of your stomach? Imagine a sales process. What part of it gives you that bad feeling? And then what can you do to combat this feeling and make it easier for you to sell? So this is the end of the first of the 5 insider tips taken from the Quiet Experts method to turn prospects into paying clients, especially if you're anxious, you fear selling, or you just hate selling, or you're not good at it. Now be sure to check back, because coming up will be insider tip number 2 that I'm going to share with you for how to turn prospects and also leads into paying clients without feeling sleazy, dirty, feeling anxious, or frustrated. Until next time, it's been Bayer here, and thanks again for joining me. Okay, thank you for joining me in the first part of this 5-part series on how to turn prospects and leads into paying clients when you're an introverted expert, introverted coach, consultant, small business owner, or introverted solo entrepreneur, all of who I refer to as quiet experts. So join me in part number 2.